Welcome to the AI and Future of Work podcast. I'm Marcus Chen, joined by Sofia Rodriguez. Today, we're diving deep into ethics checklist as code, build a portable AI quality and compliance pipeline for nomads, and how it can transform your life as a digital nomad. If you want to work smarter, earn more, and reclaim your time through AI, you're in the right place. Let's get into it. Imagine finishing a client deliverable with AI help, only to have a key fact disputed 3 days later, and your client loses trust. Or you spend hours manually checking outputs because you don't trust your own automation. Those two scenarios cost time, income, and reputation. I've seen nomads lose 8 to 12 hours a week to manual reviews and lose clients when an unchecked hallucination slips through.
And it's not just about mistakes. There's the ethical side. A biased suggestion or a privacy slip can cause long-term client harm. Today we promise a practical outcome. By the end of this episode, you'll know how to build a small, portable ethics checklist as code pipeline that runs automated checks for accuracy, bias signals, privacy flags, and client constraints, then routes to a human gate for final sign-off.
Here's what that gives you in measurable terms: fewer revision cycles, faster delivery, and preserved trust. We're talking typical improvements like cutting review time by 50 to 70% and reducing client revision rounds from 3 to 1 for many deliverables. This changes everything for Nomads: scalable, portable, and trustworthy pipelines you can carry in a repo.
Let's break down the AI solution. The pipeline has 4 core components: verifiers, detectors, policy rules, and a human-in-the-loop gate. Verifiers check factual claims. Detectors flag hallucination risk, bias, and privacy-sensitive content. Policy rules encode client constraints, tone, compliance clauses, or file redaction rules. The human gate is a quick review step that uses a short checklist and a commit log.
From an ethical perspective, design principles are simple: transparency, minimal necessary automation, and human accountability. Inform clients upfront, include a brief explainer in contracts, and add an audit clause that allows sample checks. For example, contract language can include a short line. Deliverables may include AI-assisted content. An ethics checklist as code pipeline will be applied, and final sign-off remains with the contractor. That upfront clarity prevents misunderstandings.
Next, tools in stock. Quick comparison. Hosted LLMs like OpenAI are fast and high accuracy, but cost more. Local models lower costs and increase data control, but add engineering overhead. For detectors, use a combination: a source checker, e.g. a claims to source linker, an AI hallucination detector, and a bias classifier. Orchestration-wise, N8N gives self-hosted flexibility, Zapier is easiest, and Make gives complex routing. Here's the exact prompt or stack I recommend for a minimal portable setup: a hosted verifier LLM plus a cheap third-party detector API plus N8N for orchestration, all wrapped in a Git repo template. For listeners who want copy-paste prompts, start with this factual verifier system message. System: you are a factual verifier. Check the following text for unsupported claims. For each claim, list a short summary, a confidence score 0 to 100, and either a credible source URL or the label unverified. Return a short action recommendation: OK, review, or reject. Then feed the candidate text as user input.
Curious. Add a detector prompt like this to run in parallel. You are a content risk detector. Analyze the text for bias signals, privacy exposures, and hallucination markers. Output flags with short rationale and a severity score: low, medium, high. Use both outputs to form an ensemble decision before the human gate.
Demo time: minimal pipeline you can build in 30 to 90 minutes. Step 1, clone a template repo with 3 scripts: verifiercall.py, detectorcall.py, and orchestrator.yaml. Step 2, wire each script to your chosen LLM or detector API keys. Step 3, create an N8N workflow that triggers on a new deliverable file in Dropbox or a webhook. The workflow calls verifier call, detector call, a rules node that applies thresholds, and finally send the human review task to Todoist or a Slack channel with a short summary and decision buttons. Packaging: make it portable by storing the workflow definition, API call templates, and README in a single repo. include a deploy script that sets environment variables and spins up an N8N workflow or Zapier blueprint. Nomads can carry this repo and reuse it across clients. Swap in client-specific policy files that define allowed sources, prohibited content, and tone rules.
Real results. We've seen freelancers reduce average review time from 4 hours to about 90 minutes per deliverable and cut client revision rounds from 3 to 1. One marketing copywriter reported saving 10 hours a week and landing a higher retainer client because of consistent quality. Those are realistic, repeatable wins when you combine automated checks with a human gate.
Potential pitfalls. Be frank. False positives can block valid content. Latency from multiple API calls can slow delivery, and over-automation can frustrate clients who expect more nuance. Mitigations. 1. Keep the human in the loop. 2. Use ensemble checks so a single detector doesn't veto without context. And 3. Log decisions to iterate on thresholds. Also include an opt-in audit clause so clients understand audits may occur.
One more ethical guardrail. Always store a short audit trail, timestamp, verdicts, and reviewer rationale. That makes disputes solvable and protects both you and the client. And remember, start small, but think big. You don't need a perfect system on day one. Ship the smallest pipeline that gives you measurable gains.
Before we close, quick before-after example you can replicate. Before, 4 hours to craft and manually verify a 1,000-word report with 3 revision rounds. After, 1.25 hours, automated verifier plus detector reduced manual checks to 15 minutes, human sign-off 20 minutes, and only 1 minor revision. Outcome, faster delivery, higher hourly effective rate, and happier clients. Automate the ordinary, amplify the extraordinary.
If you want practical next steps, clone the repo template, run the demo workflow with a single file, calibrate thresholds on 5 representative deliverables, and include the simple contract clause we mentioned. And don't forget to explain the approach to clients in 1 paragraph so they know the role of automation.
Great. And for listeners who want the full prompt pack, the repo template, and a downloadable checklist, head to nomadlife.ai/ethics-pipeline. We built the checklist, the verifier and detector prompts, and a sample N8N workflow you can import. Here's the exact prompt/stack and a starter config inside that download.
Let's make this actually work for you. Start with 1 deliverable type, measure time saved, and iterate. The human plus AI advantage is about amplification without losing accountability. Start small, but think big.
That's our complete breakdown of ethics checklist as code. Build a portable AI quality and compliance pipeline for Nomads. Remember, automate the ordinary, amplify the extraordinary. Head to nomadlifesuccess.com/AI tools to access our full AI toolkit, including Dream Guide AI and LifePath AI. While you're there, check out our online courses and audio courses. Subscribe and we'll see you in the next episode.